figured I'd go ahead and do like a progression video, I guess, on what's going on with the car while I do this sanding. I don't know. I guess it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm bored and I can't sleep, so I'm doing this. Oh, and by the way, I'm starting off with 1500 grit. For those of you out there that are interested in sanding your car or painting your car, I should say, I'm starting off with 1500 grit. Now, you can start off with 800 grit and go up from there, but this is a very large piece and I want to minimize my travel. I'm okay with sitting in one area for a long period of time versus having to get up, go around, get up, go around, get up, go around, and do that freaking 15 times because I got to go from 800,000 to 1,500 to 2,000, 25 to 3,000 and all that stuff. So I'd rather do it this way with 1,500 grit. There's also other benefits of doing it with 1,500 grit. For one, it's a very fine grit. So you're not going to have to you don't have to remove the 800 grit sand scratches out of it. That's number one. Number two, it's finer, so it's because it's less aggressive. You can be more liberal with it. You don't have to be as light because it is 1,500 grit. I mean, I can hit the edges and not worry about going through the clear coat. So that's another reason. And I got to pass 1,500 grit anyway, so why not start with 1,500 grit? And again, teach his own. If you want to start with 1,500 grit, 800 grit, you can. So go right ahead. So I'm starting with 1,500 grit. Then I'm gonna go to 2,000, then 25, then 3,000. Then I'm gonna hit the wheel. This is gonna take me maybe 2 more days. And I can knock this out in one day if I wanted to, but I'm taking my time. Taking my time and hitting it when I want to, and I leave it alone when I don't. So let me just talk about this hood real quick and what I had to go through as far as getting this the way it is. Because a lot of you might be asking, why in the hell are you doing so much work on a Radican job? And the question, that's a good question. But the answer is because I really enjoy it. I like getting things done. I like troubleshooting. I like to see things get perfected. I don't like just half-assing things. I've never been a guy to just half-ass something. I take my time and I see it through the end, and I see that I do the best I can with what I have. So I want to get it as good as I can with what I have. Now, if I sit there and leave it the way it is, like you might be able to see this part because I haven't touched this part yet. This is nice and shiny, but there's a lot of orange peel in that, and I don't like that. It doesn't look like it's not the job that I know I can do. Okay, so it will irk me every time I see it. That's the reason why I painted this hood three times over. I put at least $200 worth of paint on this tan hood. Don't get me wrong, I didn't leave it there. I sanded most of it off, but I put about $200 worth of paint on this hood, and this shouldn't have been more than $50. Now, the reason why it took so much is because I was learning about metallic paints. I never painted with metallic paint before, so I was learning with that, learning how to finesse it so it can look nice and stuff like that. I still got tiger stripes. I still have sanding marks. You can still see it. But I'm learning. Not to mention, I've also got I got a car to paint, right? I have a full car that I have to paint. So I need to learn what I need to learn about metallic paints because I'm going to have to put it on the rest of the car. Now, I'm not going to go through nearly as many cans of paint for the rest of the car. I might use 10 cans of paint now because I know what I'm doing. Or at least I got a better idea of what to do with metallic paint. So I doubt I'll have to use any more than 10 cans of paint for that car now that I know what I'm doing. With that said, you got to get to that point. See, you can't just start something and think it's going to come out perfect the first time. It doesn't work that way. You got to figure it out. You got to learn it. Like right now, I have a couple of issues here. 1, 2, 3. You can't see them, but I can see them because of the whatever. And I'm thinking about filling those divots or those little places up with clear coat and see if that works. Hopefully that works. Maybe it doesn't. Hopefully it doesn't screw it up. But I'm thinking about like putting a little dapping clear coat in those things to try to flatten those things out because I don't want to go that far deep because it's almost like it's a scratch. And I don't want to go that far. Okay? But yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. I might just leave it that way. I haven't decided yet, but at the end of the day, I can do it. You know, it's a test subject. This is what this really is. It's a test subject. This hood is a test. I'm learning a lot. So that's one of the good things about this. Second thing I wanted to talk to you about was where I'm at with the car itself, because right now it's pretty much sitting. It's sitting because I don't want to run. My tail shaft is leaking. I believe the bushing went bad on it. So I got to change the bushing and the tail seal on the car. And mechanics suck. It's hard to get a decent mechanic these days that want to actually do the work. Even though it's easy, quick work, they suck. They don't want to return your calls. They busy, blah, 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 blah. It's just annoying. So I'd rather do it my own. Problem is, I don't have the place to do the work, which I'm thinking about going ahead and renting a garage because I'm tired of hearing that bullshit from mechanics, you know. Oh, I don't know how to work on that car. Nigga, look, there's YouTube. You can learn. But anyway, you got that stuff. I'm going to do a full Maximum Motorsport suspension on the car. Okay, full Maximum Motorsport. I went ahead and I purchased an IRS. For those who don't know anything about cars, don't worry, I'm in the same point. I don't know anything about cars. But an IRS is an acronym for independent rear suspension. And what an independent rear suspension is pretty much both wheels work by them on their independently. Both rear tires work independently. Versus what I have right now, which is a solid rear axle, or SRA. And it's just a solid axle. So if one wheel go up, the other wheel goes up. Which is bad for New Jersey, because everywhere you go is uneven pavement. So that's a problem. Second, it has a limited slip differential in the back, because this came off an 04 Cobra Terminator. It has the rear. It has a limited slip differential, which is excellent for those who want to do a lot of circuit and they want handling. They want good handling and stuff like that. Now you can get decent handling with a solid rear axle. You just gotta beef it up, put it on, get the right shocks and stuff like that, and it'll be pretty damn good on the course. Problem is, it's only good on the course where the streets are level. I live in New Jersey and nothing's leveled over here, so I can't take that risk, because again, it's freaking sucks. The roads around here sucks. So that is one of the reasons why I'm going with the IRS. Another reason why I'm going with the IRS is because the car that I have now, most Mustangs come with an open diff. Now, open diff is good if you're doing cornering. If you're going around corners and stuff like that, it's good because it allows one wheel to move without the other wheel. The problem is that with an open diff, if one wheel loses traction, that's the wheel that's going to get all the power. It goes to path of least resistance. So if you're on the snow and you have traction on one tire, but you have no traction on the other tire, the tire that don't have any traction is the one that's going to spin. The tire that doesn't have traction, that does have traction, will not spin it. You won't go anywhere. Which is why you see so many Mustangs wreck out, because one of their tires lose traction, and once it gets traction, it got all that power going to it. So when it does get traction, it spins the car out. So that's why you have a lot of Mustangs that do that. Okay. Limited slip differential stops all that. It prevents all that. It allows you to get traction where you need it. Now you have a closed diff, which is where both wheels spin at the same time, which is terrible for cornering. Great for straight line, but terrible for cornering. And it's excellent for drifting. That's why you have a lot of these people, they go ahead and they weld their diff together so they can drift. But I'm going to be using my car for, you know, daily driver one and to handle. I want the best handling I possibly can get with the car. So that's what I'm doing with it. And that's why I'm going with the limited slip rear independent rear suspension. Okay. So I'm going to have that shipped here to my house, or at least I'm trying to have it shipped here. The reason why I haven't had it shipped yet is because I wanted to make sure that we were going to be safe financially when it comes down to what's going on. I didn't want to put money in that thing, have it shipped, and then have to sell it because I needed the money. So this way, if I do need to renege and say, no, I can't take it, I can at least just get my money back. He already has the product. Not to mention, if I get it here, I'm not going to want to sell that damn thing. The whole purpose of me getting it is to put it in my car. But anyway, with this COVID thing, I don't want to run that risk. But since Trump came through and he gave an advance on our taxes, I'm considering having it shipped in May. And I'm going to have it shipped here, and I'm going to bring it upstairs, put it in this room, because this room is clean. I can put it in that room because I got a lot of work I want to do with it. I got to get the Dell ring bushings. I'm doing a whole street package with the bushings and stuff. The bushing package with Macam Motorsport. I'm pretty much following Matt Ferris build. So if you know anything about him and you know how his Mustang is operating, that's basically how my Mustang is going to drive. We pretty much have the same engine. We pretty much have the same everything. The only thing is he has an LS and he has way more money than me. So he was able to do things differently. I'm going to wind up doing it myself, which is not a big deal. I planned on doing it anyway by myself. But either way, I'm going to bring it in here. Change out the diff oil, make sure the diff is good, give it fresh oil, clean it up a bit, change all the rubber bushings out, get all the Dell ring bushings in, then wait for the brake lines to come through, get all that stuff, because I don't have a place to do this work yet. But once I do have a place to do this work, I'm gonna be able to just take the damn stuff, put it in the truck, and take it to the place and work and wrench on my car. So that's the idea. So that's where I'm at right now. Hopefully I'm going to make a definite decision on this thing by the end of April, by the end of this month, or whether I'm going to have it shipped to my house or not. I'm almost certain I'm going to have it shipped to my house, but you know, things change in the next 10 days. I might not be able to. So that's where I'm at. So I'm going to finish up this hood. It's going to take me another 2 or 3 days because I'm doing this in sections. That's the beauty of doing stuff like this. You can do it in sections, you know. And because I'm learning so much, I'm learning more about me, and I'm really enjoying this job. I'm really enjoying this hobby. I might even open up a shop, man. I mean, I don't know where this is going to take me. But right now, I'm enjoying myself. It's a great time passer because God knows. If I didn't have this to do, I'll be losing my mind. I'll be losing my mind. Because I'm like everybody else. I need to get my hands, I need to do stuff. I can't just sit in the house and do nothing. I'm not like that. So, but yeah, that's my progress right now. I'm going to finish knocking this out. Probably have this shined up and have another video for you guys about, maybe Friday, hopefully. So you can see what it looks like. And I'm going to point out every place that I made mistakes, and you can see them. I'm going to point them all out, and you'll see what I'm talking about when I say it's not perfect. But I think that's it for this video. You guys have a good one.